you guys later.
True.
You know what I'm saying? But I just
Live
feel
your
bad
own
because
vacation.
it's my vehicle and I don't want to just like leave you guys stranded because it's.
I mean, we can probably Uber or Lyft if we need people to catch up and stuff.
But that's also why I was asking on the Blackbird. I was just like, how big is your vehicle? Like, how many people you can fit in your vehicle? So I was like, because I didn't know if MJ was going to come to us. Because if it was point where it's like I have to go meet up MJ, then I'm like, all right, I'm splitting off with you guys. I'll meet you guys up in a few hours.
True. That's fair.
He missed 5.
But yeah, it's just to the point where I was just like, I don't want to bother people by waking them up early if they're not morning people. Just let them be. You know what I mean? If it's their choice, if they want to miss part of the day or lose out on some of their day, that's their self-choice.
True. I think we can just ask tonight and see if they're down for it. But if not, do our own thing.
Because like if we weren't so far away from actual downtown San Jose when we were staying at the hotel, I don't see what I just left you guys. But like, I'll meet you. Just turn on my stream and we'll see where I'm at, or just message me and I'll tell you where I'm at. Because when I'm in Japan, I'm only with my group of friends maybe like 35% of that trip. The rest of the time, I'm literally just walking around by myself, figuring things out, getting lost. Like, I love exploring and getting lost.
I feel like Japan's a good city to do that into, though, because like that's a country and like specific city that has their infrastructure down super well. For it's like, hey, I'm going here. I'll catch up with you later. Here's the train tracks I took to get there.
Yeah.
Or train stops, excuse me.
Yeah. Like the only times I'll take the effort to wake people up and going now is one, if I already know you're a morning person, or two, if you actually specifically ask, like, hey. When you get up in the morning, could you get me up too? You know what I mean?
Yeah, On was sending me the "you up" text this morning.
Because I already knew, you know what I mean? Like, that's how it was.
No, I just think it's funny because it's just straight up like "you up," like, it was at 2 a.m. Exploring fields, my man. True. Yeah. That's one thing that I'm honestly super jealous of you and Smet for, is you've both been to Japan and like. That's a definite bucket list place.
I have to. Japan's amazing, man. But then I also have to say is like, because I don't know if Smet left Tokyo, but you have to leave Tokyo. Enjoy Tokyo, but leave Tokyo. Japan is so much bigger and more than just Tokyo. Tokyo is like going to LA and saying that there's not anything else left in California to do. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what a lot of people treat Tokyo as. Like, Japan's just Tokyo. Like, Japan is not Tokyo, or even just not even just Tokyo or Osaka. Like, there's Nagoya, there's Toyama. Like, I actually prefer countryside of Japan more than Tokyo nowadays. Like, I'll still make Tokyo a home base. That'll be the Airbnb or the hotel is. But while you're in Japan, to travel around, the easiest way to travel around is you get this thing called the JR Rail Pass. So you pay for it for the amount of days that you're going to be out there. But it includes all trains, all buses, and the bullet train to travel around on. So it's a 4.5, 5 hour bullet train ride down to Osaka. So me and my buddies, we would just get up at 5, 6 a.m., pop on the first bullet train down there, get down there by like 11 or noon, have lunch. We got 8 hours of bullshit around and do stuff around in Osaka. Osaka's not even that big too. So then we'll jump back onto the bullet train, get back to Tokyo because that's the last train. Get back to Tokyo by like 1 a.m. and then we'll go bar hopping or club hopping. That was our thing. We didn't stay in Tokyo like all the time. We would take the bullet train or just a train in general, regular train, and go to different cities.
That's
Yokohama.
Right there.
Yeah, like one day, like this is what people always tell me, like, oh, one day it's gonna be Nagoya, one day it's gonna be Osaka, one day it's gonna be Nara, blah blah blah. I was like, dude, me and my buddies did Nagoya, Nara, Osaka, all in one day.
What was one of your favorites?
Well, my favorite town to go to is probably Toyama.
Yeah.
It's just, it still has city, but it's still country. I don't know, I like the peacefulness, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Tokyo is like, just like,
it's hustle and bustle.
yeah, you know what I mean? It's
24/7.
crowded, yeah, it's always going. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't hate that, but I've been to Japan like 8 times.
It gets exhausting when you're on vacation.
Yeah.
Like, it's nice to just have some place. Like, that's why, like, despite the fact that, like, we went out of our way for Crescent City yesterday, like, I think it was really